Hey, it's Tim. Good morning. We are on the road. We are in Arizona. We just left Flagstaff, and we is Tim and Audrey, and we are headed out to check out this amazing, gigantic hole in the earth called Meteor Crater. We are headed out in the middle of nowhere, and it's just outside of Winslow, Arizona. And apparently, a giant meteor hit the earth some thousands of years ago at the speed of 26,000 miles an hour. It said that on the sign just back there. So we'll be there in just a few minutes. And it's going to be fantastic. Here we are at the Meteor Crater parking lot. And just so you don't forget where you parked, we parked in the Saturn lot. And this is just a video for me so I don't forget where my car is. But it shouldn't be a big deal because there's nobody really here. There's about 10 cars over there. So we got the place almost to ourselves. We're going to go check out the Meteor Crater. What happened? Audrey got stuck in the door. Can we keep going?
No, stop.
We're back outside. That is pretty awesome. The roundy round door. I was so excited about that. Okay, so it looks like we gotta buy some tickets. Well, we just bought our tickets to go see the Meteor Crater, and the lady inside told me to hold on to my hat. They get tons of free hats because people lose their hats and they go flying down the bottom of the crater. And if you're taking selfies, you gotta make sure that you hold on to the railing because sometimes people go flying off the edge. And so sometimes they go down and have to pick up the people and the hats that are down at the bottom of the crater. So here we go. Take a look at this view. Here's an ashtray that says no smoking. Oh, look at this. That is a real fake Apollo lunar module. Then take a look at this guy. He's not talking. Neil Armstrong was here at the Meteor Crater. The Saturn V rocket. That's not the real one, it's tiny. Launch pad entry. Let's go in there. We are about to go on a 4D simulator ride experience up into outer space. It's going to be amazing. Wow, look at this.
Go ahead and sit where you like.
Okay. Look at these chairs. Whoa, the seats are moving. Wow, look at that. Whoa, we're going down into the crater.
The bottom of the bowl, as we say.
What?
We're almost 600 feet below the rim at this point. Directly ahead, you can see the old mine shaft dug by Daniel Berger in the early 1900s. He was trying to find the meteor that created the crater. It's hard to believe, but that mine shaft is more than 200 feet deep.
All right, we just saved the planet from a massive asteroid attack. And because it was dark in there, like super bouncy, and it was no good for the camera, so we are gonna go check out the actual crater now. The wind's blowing really, really hard at the Meteor Crater. All right, I'm here at the Meteor Crater, and it's super loud and windy, so I ducked under this this here lean-to thing. But out over my shoulder, you can see the Meteor Crater, and the story is that a meteorite hit here a long time ago, and in the late 19th century, a scientist came out here trying to figure out what it actually was, like a geologist, and he got down in there and he assumed or theorized that the meteorite hit the ground at such impact it forced it under the ground. So he dug a mine right in the middle of it. It's out there in the middle, 200 feet deep, and found no evidence of the meteorite. So he came up empty-handed and didn't know what happened. Fast forward to early mid 20th century, a guy came out and determined what actually did happen is the meteorite hit the planet, and the explosion was so huge and so big and gigantic that it melted all the minerals and all the, what do you call it, the meteorite material, which is like a metal, melted all of it, so there's hardly any evidence left. It's the biggest hole in the ground I've ever seen, well, next to the Grand Canyon. This is all about meteorites. Would you look at how big this meteorite is that these guys found? Wow. Meteorites are chunks of meteor that break off and fall to the earth. The sky is falling. Did you ever see that Chicken Little cartoon? That was super fun hanging out at the Meteor Crater place, and the wind was howling, and it still is. And right now we're traveling across the Navajo Nation Reservation on US 89, going north in Arizona, and we're headed to Dinosaur Tracks National Monument. Next stop, Dinosaur Tracks. This is Dinosaur Tracks, and the wind is blowing so stinking hard that we are going to stay in the car and not get out and drive back the heck out of here. We're in like a major dust storm. It's crazy. Wow, look at this. If you look over my left shoulder, you'll see that we're in Monument Valley. It's super, super amazing. There's the truck. You know, standing here looking at Monument Valley out over this valley from the top of this ridge is pretty amazing. It's freezing cold, the wind is blowing, and wow, it's beautiful though. There's all kinds of storm clouds in the distance, and the wind is blowing. There's dust clouds going across the valley. Woo! Take a look. I gotta pee. Hey guys, this is the San Juan River. Take a look at this. This is super amazing. Look at this, there's like some apartments, a hotel built right on the side of the cliff. That is super cool. This town is called Mexican Hat. Take a look at this road. Look at that. There's a super skinny road right here. Wow, that's amazing. Looks like it's open too. That's a motel. We are walking on an icy trail. This is beautiful. We're in Breckenridge, Colorado. Now, I came here when I was hiking the Colorado Trail last summer to check out Isaac Heartstone and got the story and the gist of what this is. So they had a big art festival here in Breckenridge quite a few years ago, and this artist set up this giant statue of this guy which is really cool, and you're going to see it here in a minute. But set up this big old statue of this guy, kind of like in his backyard. And after the festival was over, he had so many people coming to see the statue in his yard, it got overwhelming. So they moved the statue out here to this place, so we just have to walk through the woods on this trail where it's super awesome. This is pretty nice. We've been in the car all day, and now we're hiking. I'm out of breath because I'm in Colorado. But wait till you see this thing. Would you take a look at that? Absolutely not. We'll do that for you.
Probably right about there.
Okay.
The white button on the bottom.
All right.
Here, let me get back.
Okay, I got it. I'm just kidding. Nice. Okay, back up just a little bit, and I'll do 1, 2, 3. Nice. Okay, wait. Let me get a little closer. Get your faces.
Okay. You actually see who we are.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem.
All right, that was Isaac Heartstone. And we're freezing now because it's about 14 degrees here in Breckenridge. So we are headed back to the truck. We're gonna go see something else. All right, we are in Breckenridge still, and I wanted to show you this super amazing, super giant snowblower train thing. Take a look at this big old fan on the front of the train. And it would go down the tracks and just blow the snow off the track, a big giant fan. Just whoosh. Blow the snow drifts out of the way. Yeah, cool. Anyway, it's really old. I don't know how old it is.
There's a plaque over here.
Okay, let's read the plaque. It says to keep clear. Keep clear, because it's going to blow snow right in your face. But would you look at the giganticness, the hugeness of this fan on the front of this thing? It's got these big giant blades on it that would open up, and the air would just come blowing out. Let's see what the plaque says. All right. So this giant snowblower thing on the train ran from 1873 to 1937. 1873, this thing's really old.
Yeah, you can see he's in.
And my face is freezing.
My hands are freezing.
Yeah. Anyway, and so they parked the train here as a dedication to the people who worked the lines to keep them clear. I like stuff that's older than 1900. But they've made a whole little park of these old trains right here. That's pretty cool.